here is another example of a lesson for students who are understanding it but just need a little bit more guidance. So like I said, I think of it as more of a tier 2 lesson, and I have my 2 marks here. Also, this is, I have this marked because I have a 6th grade lesson in here, which actually has me go back into this 5th grade SE to think about what happened. So if I'm working with a 6th graders and we might have to go back into developmentally where they started with this, I can go back and think about their prior experiences in the vertical alignment as well. So just something to keep in mind when you are working with the different lessons, that you might have to go back to that prior knowledge as well. So here we have a fraction divided by a whole number. So I have divide 1/2 divided by 4. So there's a way you can do this with a picture. So I want them to think, I am dividing a part into more parts. Each will be how much of the whole. So that's what they are thinking. So that's a good thing to put on there for them to remember. And sometimes even as an adult, I need to be thinking, I have to think this as well. And I let them know that. So here's a picture of my strip diagram. Here's one whole or bar model. Here's my 1/2, and I divide it into 4. So I would model this with fraction links to show them why this relates and how this works and how it goes into the different pieces. And then here's their sentence stem. Each part is blank of the whole. It becomes 1/8 when you use the picture model. 1/2 divided by 4 is 8. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1/2 divided by 4 is going to be 4. I'm sorry, 4. So then here's my number line. We're going to zoom into the number line. So here we're going from 0 to 1/2. 1/2 divided by 4 gives you the 8ths. So 1/8, 2/8, 3/8, and 4/8. I would then go ahead and give them one for them to try, and I would give them the option. You can either use a picture or you can use a number line, and having them think, I am dividing a part into more parts. Each will be how much of the whole. So there's where we get the 8ths there. Okay. And here's a way that you can show that with sticky notes, or here's another way. This is just a sticky note simply cut into pieces, and you can have those on your number line as well to show them a picture representation and how it relates to a number line. All right, here is the last part. So this is for my students who we might be working on this during review. They might just need to come back and understand what's happening. So here I have 3 divided by 1/2. So I have a different picture model. I use the circle fractions. So here I have 3 wholes, divided them into halves. And here's a question that goes with it, so that my answer would be 6 pieces. Isaac has a piece of rope that is 5 yards long. How many 1/2 yard pieces can he cut? So I might have the sentence strips for them to use, or even just sticky notes for them to show and produce a picture that matches and then relate the number sentence. I also have 2 friends share 1/2 of a pineapple. What fraction of a whole does each friend get? So talking more about the fractional piece. And then this would be what would actually go in their journal. I could give them a computation. And so here's what I would want them to work on. I'd either want them to draw a number line or a representation and thinking of the denominator. I would want them to divide or partition. Remember, partition is a word that they're going to learn in 2nd grade, and it's not revisited in 5th or 6th grade. So they might understand partition and not division. So think of it as division as a word to kind of spark their interest as something they've heard in the past. Skip counting to find the quotient, and the answer is a division problem. So that would be their notes that would go in their journal that they would use to work through the problem. Here's another example I might give them. Marcy has 3 pizzas. She cuts the pizzas each in half. How many pieces does she have? So that's just working through different problems. I could give them a problem and the work to go with it. And then if I have 2 students in my group, I could give them the same instructions and a problem. Then the next day they could come and share what they learned, and then they could switch the problems. So there's lots of ways that you can use using a problem set and then the artifacts for the students to keep in their journals to work on the next day. So really the lesson is tailored to your individual students depending on their levels and then the levels within the group. So there's lots of ways you can use a sketchbook. I hope you enjoyed today's session. Once again, it was on 5.3L, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.